Hey Stitchy friends, I'm Elizabeth and this is my Flosstube channel. If you're a subscriber, thanks for checking back in. If this is your first time tuning in, I'm so very grateful to have you here. This is my Flosstube about my cross stitch as well as crochet and knitting and other crafty things that I get up to. Again, if you're a subscriber, thank you so much for tuning back in. And if you're new, I would love it if you would give me a thumbs up. And if you like what you see, then go ahead and subscribe. Also, I will leave the link to my Instagram down below. Come and join me over there and let's be stitchy friends there. I am on Facebook, but right now during Lent, I am off of Facebook. So come Easter, I will be back. This video will not be as long as my last one. It's not an introduction video. I don't have a lot to show you, as in whips and stash enhancements and things like that. But we are going to go over the, I'm looking at this stack of stuff. I do have some whips. I have one finish, some whips, and stash enhancements to show you guys. I have a couple orders that are supposed to be in today, but where I am in Northern California, we are under a blizzard warning. So we'll see if anything actually shows up in the mail today. If you are a praying person, I would love for you to give a prayer to Holly's Hobbies. She's a floss tuber here on YouTube. Her grandson is not doing very well. He is in the hospital, and if you would just please pray for her and him, his name is Graham, and the family, that they can get through this difficult time quickly and with the grace of God. So I have one finish to show you guys, and this one, let's just go ahead and start with that. This is Sue Bonnet by Tiger Lily Design. Sue Bonnet, Happy 4th of July by Tiger Lily Designs. Isn't she adorable? I had so much fun stitching this. The flag was a little different for me because it was on a diagonal. So I put it down and went to bed in the middle of it, and when I got up the next morning, I had lost my orientation and everything. So I had undone all the red and white stitches and started over, but it was great. I loved it. It was so fun. And she's so adorable. I can't decide what I'm going to do. I think maybe a small pillow or like a door hanger. But yeah, she is so stinking cute. And that is my only finish because February was the month of frogging for Elizabeth. Yes, I frogged on 1, 2, 3 different projects. And one of them I frogged 3 times. I hate to say that, but I did. Full transparency here. Again, new cross stitcher. Only within the last 6 months have I been stitching regularly. And so I'm just getting into the groove of everything. Just getting into the groove. Okay. So let's go with, you know what? I'm going to start with my intended stitching for March. This is the first one. It is Designworks Celtic Cross. This is going to be for my March start, even though it's the 2nd of March and I haven't started it yet. This one I will be starting today probably. And then also for St. Patrick's Day, I am going to start this Mill Hill kit, this Celtic Santa from Ireland. I have a Scottish one too, and I would love to get them done by Christmas. I know they're small, but I hope to get this one and the Scottish one done by Christmas. Those are my intended. Well, I have one other intended, but it's part of my stash enhancements. So we will start with Wedding Remembrance. It's an old one. In my last video, I told you I got this off of eBay, and it is from 1988. I started this on Valentine's Day for my husband and I. I would pull it out, but I have gotten the entire border, the solid line done, but it's not even. So I'm going to have to unpick it and find out where I went wrong. I did start this ribbon up here, and that's coming along nicely. But yeah, the border, I've miscounted stitches somewhere, and the border did not match up on the bottom count. The count that I had going across the bottom, I was about 18 stitches off to reach the end. I don't know what I did or didn't do. So I will redo that at some point. I will probably do the inside. I'll probably go ahead and do the inside first and then do the border. That seems to be working for me so far. For example, in my last video, I showed you a couple of patterns that I was working on, and this fabric, so pretty. I love it. I was actually doing this. I was doing this chart. It's called Raven Woodcut. I got it by Raven Coven off of Etsy, and I really love it. But I did not like the way the colors I chose to do it in, which it's still the black, the gray, but the roses are going to be purple. But I just did not care for the way that it was stitching up. The colors did not look good together. So what I'm going to do, I unpicked it, and what I have decided to do is I'm going to do it on just a piece of tea-dyed Aida that I dyed myself. I got the Aida from our local hardware store. Our local hardware store carries Aida. It's fantastic. And they carry fabric, which I'm going to show you. But yeah, so that I'll start on the tea-dyed Aida. And the other one that I showed you was by My Big Toe, I Surrender All, this chart. I went ahead and started this chart on this fabric, and I'm enjoying it much better. I did, on this one, I did an upper, sorry if the camera's shaking. I did an upper right hand start on it, and I messed it up. The count was off, and I don't even know how. So I frogged that twice, and then I was about ready to hang it up, and then I decided that I'm going to stitch this on this fabric. And I went ahead and did a middle start on it. I don't know if this is backwards for you guys or not. And this was literally like an hour after unpicking everything, and just sitting watching TV with my husband. I started it, and I love the way the color looks on it, and I'm enjoying it much more. So, and I think the enjoyment is the important thing. I am actually keeping that in this project bag that I made. I got this fabric at my local hardware store, and I'm quite proud of this one. I love it. As soon as I saw this fabric, I knew exactly what I was going to do with it. Okay, and then another whip that I have is my Alice in Wonderland one, which is this one. And it's huge. It's huge. And I'm stitching it on a 14 count black Aida with a very colorfully variegated uh, DMC. And this is as far as I've gotten. This is the upper right hand corner. I did the border and I went to join the border at the bottom, and lo and behold, it does not match up. So I'm going to do the inside first, and then I'll go back and work on the border. And the border is just a straight line. How do you screw that up? I don't know, but I did, so it's fine. I'm not the only one that's been having trouble with borders. Potty Mouth Stitcher, Heidi, she says she's not getting along with borders very much right now either, so I don't feel alone in that. Okay, so those are actually all my whips right now, just those. Those 3, 4. And I'm just going back and forth on them. I don't do a whip go. I don't do the heifer board with the Floss Boss and Cousins. Hopefully next year I'll have enough whips that I can do that, but we'll see. So let's go to a stash enhancements. I only have a few things. I think I mentioned that where I live, we are under a blizzard warning. So I'm supposed to have an Etsy order come in today, and my sayings of the season by Stitching with the Housewives with Fat Quarter Stitch. That was it a club, a group, whatever that is. That's supposed to come in today. Again, blizzard warning. Hopefully I will have put the small video of what it looks like from my front deck at the beginning of the video, and I don't think we're going to get mail today. But if we do, it'll be fantastic, and I will post it on my Instagram. So I ordered from 123 Stitch a couple of things. First, this is another intended start for March. This is my my Resurrection Day start. I love this kit. I have seen it many times. And I was actually trying to decide between this one and another one, and I went ahead and went with this one, and I'm anxious to start this one. And then I got, which I've been looking at this one for, I want to say it's a couple of years. Hopefully the glare isn't too bad, but it's Siren of the Sea from Autumn Lane Stitchery. Oh my gosh. And when I opened the package, I saw the floss that it calls for, and I literally just, it was so great. I love these colors so much, and I am excited to start this one. Oh, and I got the called for fabric for it also, which is a Picture This Plus 16 count Glacier Aida. And I thought it looked getting really washed out. Yeah, that's better. But I thought that it looked very much like underwater. The fabric that it calls for, I could not find it. If I recall, the maker was out of it, I believe. The called for fabric on it is Mermaid Sea from Under the Sea Fabrics. No, what it was is I wanted the 16 count, and they didn't have it in 16 count. And as a new stitcher, I'm still new to the conversions to linen, which is what the called for was for that. I was really hoping those that Etsy order and the Stitching with the Housewives sayings of the season would have been in by now, so I could show it to you guys, but it is not. So let's move some of this stuff. So I'm going to show you some of the fabric that I got. I went and that project bag with the sheeps. Oop, coffee pot's turning off. I went back and I got more because I want to make a project folder. I got the PDF pattern from Tiger Lily Designs, and I want to make one in this fabric. And then when I was there, right next to it, and how I missed it the first time, I don't know, but they have the same fabric but in green. And it's so springy. And I am so looking forward to spring as feet of snow are falling outside my window right now. And let's see, this fabric is from, it is not, it does not say. But it is super cute. And the little lambs, the little sheep, they're adorable. So I got that. And then for lining, and I want to do the same thing with that Make a Project bag. I got this. This one's purplish, and it goes more with the black one for lining. And then I got this one, which is a lighter purple, more pink, to go with the green one. Let's see. I also want to make a bag out of this fabric, which I've had for a while. I picked up a bunch of like fat quarters and half yards from both Walmart and Hobby Lobby a few years ago. And this is one okay, full disclosure, I made a project bag out of this one, and it was an epic fail. Well, the bag wasn't, the binding was, and yeah, I'm not even going to show you. It's such an embarrassment. But this is I don't know if you can tell. It's got stars. It's white with stars. And I'm going to use that for the lining for that one. I also picked up this Patriotic. And again, I got these from our local hardware store. They have a whole craft section in the back. It's fantastic. I think this will be the backing for Sue Bonnet. I'm pretty sure. And I really enjoy that. I have just some red fabric, and our hardware store had fusible fleece. They had 3 packets. I bought all 3 packs. So I hope nobody really needed it. Let's see. As you can see from my book of days, I didn't do a whole lot. I did not mark down the days that I stitch, though. And I'm going to start doing that. So starting this month, even if I put 2 stitches in something, I'm going to go ahead and mark it down. I have some really, really cute sticker books for my book of days in my Amazon cart. And hopefully this week I will be ordering them again. I'm sorry, I'm just looking outside and I'm looking at all the snow falling, and my heart's breaking a little bit. Last week we had some beautiful weather, not a flake of snow in sight. The sun was out, and I had my door open, my windows open. I was spring cleaning, and now we're under a blizzard warning. It's not fun. So that's all that I had to show for that. For my gift away that I mentioned in my last video, which was the Celtic cross, the first thing that I showed you, this is going to be gift away 2.0. I never drew for it because I failed to say that you needed to be a subscriber in the US and over the age of 18 because it is a physical chart and I will need an address to send it to. So gift away 2.0. The question was, who was the first Flosstuber that you subscribed to? Or if you're a WWE fan like me, uh, who your favorite personality is, either current or past. For me, for the past, it's a toss up between Macho Man Randy Savage and Roddy Piper. My husband is full on Hulk Hogan. We just agree to disagree. If anybody knows the history between all those guys. Yeah, so there's that. I wanted to go share with you all some Flosstubers that I found that are new. They only have one, maybe two. I think one has 3 videos. But as I'm new and I would love for, my channel to get passed on to everyone, I would like very much to mention these channels. The first one is CCL Stitches. CCL still stands for Crazy Cat Lady. She's fantastic. I love her energy. And she's got 3, maybe 4 videos. I don't quite remember. Then let's see. We have the Pokey Needle. They have one. Gemines Hudson, which I believe she goes by Gem. She's got 2. Lost Our Needles. I believe they have 2 or 3. And all these people, if I'm recommending them to you, they were fun to watch. And then also Krista, the Wildflower Stitcher. Words are hard today. Now, who I'm watching continually. Hold on, I'm sitting on my leg. Or sitting on my foot. Let's see. I have a list here. Brandy from Afraid Stitch. If you want to throw a little prayer in for her, she had gallbladder surgery this past week, and I've had that surgery myself, and it's a bear to recover from. But yeah, Afraid Stitch. She has 3 videos, I believe. And then Basic Stitches, Little Stitch Girl. I believe this was the first video that they've had in quite a while. And I know that they're at market right now, and they are having their first releases since market last year. But they showed what their releases are going to be, and they're so adorable. I can't wait to get my grubby mitts on them. Country Stitchers. A lot of people watch them. They're fantastic. Helen D. I love her finishing. Her and Vana are goals, are finishing goals. Mouse Potato Designs. I was watching her. Potty Mouth Stitcher, Heidi. She is one of my favorites. She's also having issues with borders right now, so prayers to her. Running with Scissors, Stitching with G.I. Jane and Julie. If you have not found them, please, I'm going to link them all below. I found out when you mention somebody, you're supposed to link them to. So I'm going to link these ladies and these channels, plus the ones that I mentioned in my first video. They're fantastic. The Vintage Stitcher, she has another new video out that I saw this morning, but I don't know if, I saw the notification that she has one. I don't know if when it was uploaded. I just saw the notification this morning. And then 2 Needles Pulling Thread. I don't know. I love the energy between them. So that's all that I am watching on FlossTube. As for what my husband and I are watching on TV, if you care, um, we are watching, we are in the third season of Resident Alien that's on FX. Hilarious. This show is friggin' hilarious. Um, it's not very kid friendly, but Alan Tudyk, he is he's fantastic. I absolutely love him. Of course, our WWE, Raw, SmackDown, NXT uh, weekly. Uh, we watch we watch that. We actually, because of our work schedules, we don't get to watch them live. So we always end up watching them the next day. So Raw is like on Tuesday, NXT is on Wednesday, and SmackDown is on Saturday. And usually, if there is a premium live event, which is on Peacock, we will normally watch on the following day. So during that time, we stay off social media so we don't see the outcome of anything. I know, we're grown. It's fantastic. All right. Let's see. We are on our third time of going through Supernatural. If anybody watches Supernatural, I personally don't watch the very last episode. My husband does, but we will never finish the series and not completely restart it the same day because I can't hang with that last I can't hang with that last episode. It's terrible. Um, if if you're part of the Supernatural fandom, you understand. We are also on our third time through of watching NCIS, the original. Um, we uh, we got caught up twice. We moved during the last season, so there are episodes that we have not seen, but for some reason, our Paramount Plus, again, probably because of the internet that we have being up in the mountains, our internet will not let us scroll far enough into the seasons to watch the ones that we've missed. It times out and it goes back to the main screen. So we just decided, you know what, we're just going to watch it over again and we'll get there eventually. Um, when I get home from work, I usually have a few hours that after come home, do my chores after work, uh, get dinner situated, and then I can sit down and stitch. And I normally just watch Flosstube, but I'm thinking of getting back into some TV shows. We don't have, uh, we have the Fire Stick, so everything is on our streaming services. So I'm thinking of getting back into the Law and Order SVU or the original CSI. I know now it's CSI Vegas, but when it first started, it was just CSI. I love Grissom, one of my favorite characters, and uh, yeah, yeah. And then the last thing really is I have been listening to the audiobooks of The Hobbit and the Lord of the Rings series. And sorry, the snow just started getting really heavy again. Oh man. Um, so I actually have seen the Lord of the Rings movies, um, but it's been years. So I haven't watched those. And I haven't seen the Hobbit movies either. So, I mean, the Rankin Bass ones from back in 1977, I think is when it was made, the same year I was born. I've seen that one numerous times. But yeah, I think one day this month I'm just going to, or a couple days, I'm just going to sit down, watch all three of the Lord of the Rings, and then The Hobbit and Stitch Away. On what? I don't know. But if you've made it this far, I appreciate it so much. I appreciate you. Again, I will leave my Instagram down below. I'm going to try to remember everything that I've talked about so I can recap it. Uh, if I leave anything out, just leave a comment and I'll try to get back to you. Um, do follow me on Instagram or come join me on Instagram. I will follow you back. I love looking at everybody's whips, their finishes, how they finish things. It gives me so much inspiration about what it is that I'm going to do. Again, for the gift away, answer the question of who the first Flosstuber you followed was, and if not that, then, or in addition to, if you are a WWE fan, who your favorite personality is or was. Again, you must be 18, live in the United States. I'll do a random picker, and I will have that taken care of, or I will have the winner picked by my next video, which will probably be in April. Right now, I feel like once a month is about what I can do, as in uploading videos. That's really all I can remember right now. I have thyroid brain, so I forget a lot. But again, thank you so much for tuning in, tuning back in if you're a subscriber. And I look forward to watching everybody's floss tubes. And if, again, no pressure, but if you like what you see, I would love a thumbs up and a subscribe. All right, y'all. It's been wonderful seeing you, talking with you, sharing with you. And if you're having weather like I am, stay safe. Otherwise, enjoy hopefully spring-like weather wherever you may be. And y'all are in my prayers. I pray for you all. All right. You have a wonderful month. Blessed stitching to all of you.